Hello everyone. Today we're working on the '09 Camry, so this will be the same as the '07 to '11 series. And then what we're going to do is we're going to replace the serpentine belt. This one looks a little ragged. It's actually cracked from visual inspection, and so I'm just going to replace it. So to gain access, it's pretty tight up there. I'm going to take this side splash shield on the passenger side off, and hopefully I can get these off without breaking it. I'm using a speed wrench, a manual speed wrench, and then I might just, once I crack it, I might go to the ratchet to make sure that we can get some. So let's see if we can get these off. Okay, that one came out. All right, that's one. Then we'll probably lube that up with some anti-seize on the way back in. Okay, there we go. That's on low torque. We don't want to break anything. Alright, so that side shield comes off. And I believe that should gain us exit. Oh, look, there's something that's missing. Alright, so that's the side shield. It's off. There, right here, I don't know if you can tell, but here is the tensioner for it, over here on the spring. And if you can tell from the belt, from this look, you can tell that the belt is very cracked severely. So first, I'm going to have to go up there and then release the tension on the belt. Alright, so I'm at the top of the car again. There's some video issues here. Okay, and so we're pushing down. It's 19 millimeter on the little fastener next to the idler, and then you push it down and you should get enough play to get the belt off of something. If not this way, you can probably get it off, but I think with this you can just slide it right off the idler. There we go. There we go, a little bit more, and there we go. And there we go, it's off the idler. That's good, right there. Okay, so that's it. And then I used a 19 millimeter socket and this ratchet because my other little serpentine belt tool, well, it was falling apart. And then you should be able to just take it off. And then I'm going to look at the idler as well, because you never know. And then just look at the routing of this thing over that other pump over there. And there we go. There we go. And then around the crank. It'd probably be easier if I just get a belt in there, but okay, right now for that. Okay, there we go. And then there's the belt. And then the big problem was this. It was fully cracked, so it probably could have gone a little bit longer, but why? Okay, when it's like that, you never know what's going to fail. Now, the other thing we want to do is we want to remove the idler. And the idler is held in there by a couple of bolts, so we're going to release that to get the entire idler bracket out. Or what we can do is we can, what I want to do is I want to replace the idler bearing itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to either take the entire bracket off or just take the idler off. I might just take the idler off. Okay, so that's the idler right there we're talking about. I don't know if you can see it, but it's that piece right there. Okay, so it is spinning freely, but you can hear the growling. Yeah, that's growling a little bit, so I'm going to take that out. Okay, alright, I've used a ratcheting wrench and a shallow socket that I have to get this in here because it's pretty stinking tight, but I think I got it out. There we go. I think I got it out. There we go. There we go. Let's see. Okay, there it is. Yep, there it is. So I'm using this socket adapter. And then I ordered a, oh, that's kind of interesting. So that's the centering is over there. On that piece here, that's the centering. And I ordered this. It's a 6203 RS, so that's what I ordered. And then what we're going to try to do is we're going to press this out and put it in there and reuse this, because the assembly, the whole spring assembly, is like $100. So, and this bearing was like $6, and I got an SKF, so we're going to try that. All right, here's the SKF replacement bearing for the original, and we're just going to press the old one out and press this one back in, and it's an exact fit. The centers are the same, so what we're going to do is we're going to push that one out, and we're going to use a push tool of some kind. It will destroy this bearing for sure. And then when we push the new one in, we're going to be extra careful so that we only press on the outside so that we don't damage this bearing. I'll cut this up and get ready for the pull. Okay, so we're pressing it out. I've got a little sleeve. We should be able to go slow, and it should come right out, unless of course it's rusted in there, but we're going to take our time. There it goes. There it goes. There we go. And it's pretty much out. Yep. That wasn't too bad. Okay. Well, we're going to knock it out and then put the new one in. So the bearing is out, and we're going to replace it with this. And we're going to clean this up just a hair, so now I know when it goes in it's going to be clean. So I'm going to clean the groove out just a little bit, clean out this little rust on the side, and then we'll press it in. Alright, I got it lined up with my bearing driver. Okay, and then we're going to try to put a little lube on it, just so, and hopefully, you know, so we're only pushing on the outside of this race here now. We're going to hope that it actually goes in flat. And this is not flat. I use a couple of these other spacers that I have here, okay, from the bearing driver set, and hopefully we can get it to go in flat and straight. Here we go. Just take our time and keep checking, because all we have to do is there's a lip on the bottom, so we have to just drive it in until it's flat on the bottom. So let's hope for the best here. If we just go slowly, everything should be fine as long as we go slow. I did clean up the rust and lubricate a little bit, so there we go. Just going in slow. No resistance hardly at all. We're just going in slow, taking our time. There we go. There we go. I feel the resistance at the bottom. Let's release a little bit and see where we're at. Okay, let's see where we're at the bottom. And to me that looks like it's bottomed out. Okay, and then there it is. Brand new bearing. Doesn't make any noise, and that's a good SKF bearing, so that should be good for a long time. So let's go install this now. Alright, I got it back in there, cleaned off the wheel a little bit, made sure it was on the thing, and then now I'm just gonna tighten in. I put a little thread locker on it so it doesn't back out, and then we're just gonna push it down until it actually, you know, works its way as a tensioner should. There we go. That should do it. And that should now sound great. Look at that. Nice clean noise. Okay, there is no noise. Okay, so let's route the belt and let's get the belt on there, and then we'll be done with this job. The belt I'll be using is a Gates 7750, and this is supposed to be the exact fit for this one, and bought this from Rock Auto. Alright, I used the 2x4 to hold the lever and then the spring and tension so I can go underneath and wrap it around, because there's really no room to work it out. And so now I'm going to take this out, but the belt is on, but it was a fight. If you have somebody else holding this in place, I guess you can work it, but definitely from underneath you have a little bit more room than trying to get through this area. This is just really tight. Bad design or compacting. It's just, there's not a lot of room to maneuver in there. So yeah, so I put a 2x4, held it in the ratchet. That gave me enough tension on the spring to actually give enough play to just barely squeeze that belt over. Now it's in all the grooves. I made sure it's all good, and then now I'm going to release it. Alright, take a look from underneath. Hopefully you can see it. It's routed through there. It was pretty hard to get everything to work. As you can see, everything's on there with a brand new Gates belt. It's pretty close, but yeah, didn't want to replace this piece. So like I said, I put the new bearing on it. It should be good. And yeah, so thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and have a wonderful day. And hopefully you'll enjoy this video as well. Thank you. Take care.